Good morning, traders. I hope you are wonderful this morning. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of January, guys. And as always, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades, and we're going to look at the important news for today as well. Before I start on yesterday's recap, three things. Firstly, the Discord channel, join it. It will make you happy. All right. The link is in the video description. Lots of traders sharing great ideas. Secondly, guys, do not forget our live stream tomorrow, Wednesday, and every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT. We do a live stream where you can come on and ask me anything you like about trading. And thirdly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and I will send you all the information, guys. All right, so all the information for all of these things are in the video description. Right, trades from yesterday, guys. Yesterday was a tricky day yesterday because the euro pairs did not behave themselves. All right, and as you know, yeah, sometimes trading won't behave itself. But let me talk you through them, guys. All right, so the first one was this. This was the euro against the Canadian dollar, guys. And as you know, we were looking to buy this pair. And we were looking to buy this pair, guys, because it was in an uptrend, yeah? We had, sorry, bear with me 1 second, my magic pen. Yeah, it was in an uptrend, and it come up and hit this weekly resistance, okay? And then price comes shooting down, yeah, came back up and created a new lower high. Okay, and we had a new higher low. But then when this broke, guys, we had a lower low as well. So structurally, we were in a downtrend, and we were just trying to come from one of our gray zones back down to this blue line. All right, as you can see, we had this green candle instead that, yeah, didn't do what we wanted it to do. But we're in this gray zone now, so it'll be interesting to see what happens today. All right, guys, so let's drop down to the H1 now to see how I traded this. And we had our two gray zones mapped out. Okay, I traded on this candle here. I thought this was a beautiful, beautiful entry, apart from this wick here that I didn't like. I thought this was a beautiful entry, guys. Sometimes when you think you do everything right, you get a great entry, you can still get stopped out. Yeah, welcome to trading. So price had made this big move down, creating a lower low previously, and then price just slowly worked its way back up to this high. Okay, and then we had this huge candle that I entered on, which broke all of these, even broke this low and these lows here. So for me, we had lower lows on the H1, and I liked everything about this candle. So I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop above here, yeah, because of this last high here. So I put my stop above here. And as you can see, guys, I quickly got taken out. Yeah. Guys, some of you who know how I trade, this is not a stop loss. This is a buy order. And I'm currently in a buy order. All right. If you want to know more about this, guys, there's a tutorial on it. So check out my tutorials using a buy order or sell order instead of a stop loss. Yeah, check it out. It's a useful tool. So, yeah, but let's say this is my stop, yeah, and I got stopped out, guys. Yeah, I was expecting the price come down to here and also carry on lower. But I was wrong. Yeah, as long as you follow your money management, guys, you will have bad trades. Yeah, don't worry. There'll be a good one round the corner. Okay, so yeah, stopped out of this one, guys, but now it's up into this grey zone. I am interested in this potential H1 structure break. Hence, I've got this alert here. Yeah, if we get a breakdown here, then potentially some shorts are on the cards. Okay, but that was yesterday, guys. Yeah, so losing trade on euro Canadian dollar. The next one was this. This was euro against the pound, guys, and this was also a frustrating trade. So, as you know, let me put this grey zone in. Yeah, so euro pound has been ranging. Yeah, it's come up, hit this grey zone, hit the lower grey zone, hit the lower grey zone, higher grey zone. Yeah, just bouncing between these two grey zones. And then we got up into this area here. And what I've been seeing, guys, is nothing but negative candles to take this lower. All right, so let's zoom in. Yeah, for me, sellers are still in control. Yeah, we had doji, 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 followed by bearish candles. Yeah, we've had rejection wicks, and we had this very bearish candle form a couple of days ago. And this was the reason we were looking to short this pair. And we were just looking to come from one of our grey zones back down to here or even here. But again, guys, we had a bullish candle form yesterday. But for me, this is still a potential short. If we drop down to the H1 chart now, and again, guys, let's remove this larger grey zone. It's amazing how many times I remove that grey zone. Anyway, so remember, guys, one of the ideas what we were looking for was this. Yeah, it was a break of this grey zone because it reacted here, 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 here. So I said once we get a break of this grey zone, yeah, and then a retest, we can then take price lower. Okay, so let's zoom in now so you can see this a little bit better. So this is the candle I entered on, guys. Yeah, I entered on the close of this candle. Yeah, but then I wanted to quickly see, and I put my stop above here. Okay, my buy order. So yeah, what I wanted to see, guys, was price quickly break this low. Again, revert back to my tutorial on breakouts versus fakeouts. Yeah, I wanted price to break the low of this candle quite quickly, and then we see a continuation to the downside. However, we just got this candle, yeah, which didn't even give me a chance to consider things. It just took my stop out. Okay, so yeah, took my stop out, and now we're back up to this grey zone. But again, this is an interesting level, guys. If it keeps breaking up here, not interested. But if we get a reaction, potentially breaking these last H1 lows here, I still think we can come short on this pair. But yesterday, guys, another frustrating trade. I thought we were off to the races, but then we got this green candle that took me out. All right, guys, but again, as long as you follow your money management, you will have bad trades. You might even have two bad trades in one go. The thing I didn't follow here, guys, is I was trading euro, Canadian dollar, and euro pound. Yeah, I am doubling up on the euro weakness. Okay, so that's one thing that you shouldn't do, to be quite honest. Okay, so bear that in mind when you enter multiple trades. Okay, so yeah, euro against the pound. This was an unsuccessful trade. Let's look at a successful trade now. There was one yesterday, and it was oil, guys. Although almost got stopped out. Okay, but oil was, yeah, the trade that sort of recovered my day, if you like. So oil, yeah, if we go to the day chart, yeah, we were looking for this, guys. So price structurally in a downtrend, yeah, but then got a bit of buying pressure up here. Okay, but this grey zone held. This is a weekly resistance level. And then as you can see, since this grey zone, candles have just been super duper negative. Okay. And then also if we zoom in a little bit, even the green candles have these large wicks on them. Okay, so I'll still be looking for shorts today as well. Okay, and the idea was to come from one of our grey zones. It was actually this one, back down to this blue line. All right, this last low here. So that was the idea. Let's look at the H1 now to see how I entered this. Okay, so price come up into this grey zone, obviously, but nothing happened. There was no reaction here. But then price come up into this grey zone. Yeah, and we've got stronger reactions here. Yeah, you can see sellers are entering the market. If you just look at the candlesticks. All right, so once price got to this grey zone, I was looking for an M15 structure break. So if we zoom out now, you can see this candle here Yeah, broke this structure. Again, I like to see this when we come up to one of our hourly grey zones. We get no new highs. Yeah, this tells me that price could potentially be breaking down, and then eventually these lows get broken as well. Yeah, with the candle I highlighted here. So once we got this, I entered here. I put my stop at 77 because oil, yeah, can be quite volatile. All right, so you need to know the pair or the commodity you're trading. This will also help you understand it. Yeah. But yeah, I know I need to give this a bit of room to maneuver. All right. And then entered here, guys. All right. So let's go back to the H1 now. So that was my entry, the M15 breakdown. So if we go back to the H1 now, so I got in roughly here. Yeah, put my stop at 77 up here. Okay, and then, yeah, got a bit of a scare, guys. Like I say, I almost got taken out with this candle here. But this grey zone's proven to be a very important grey zone. And ever since then, price has come hurtling down. Okay, I actually got out at around 75, this psychological level. Yeah, I got a risk to reward of a little bit more than 1:1. And I am still in this trade for 20%. Yeah, remember, guys, I closed 80% at my first target, yeah, which was here, this 75 psychological level, and I'm going to leave 20% to run. And I'll just let price action dictate where I put my stop. So if price does this and then comes back down, yeah, I'll just keep trailing my stop like this. I'll move it from here to here to here and so on. All right, so oil. Thank God for black gold yesterday. Yeah, it was becoming a couple of losses, but then we had this oil trade, okay, which sort of saved the day a little bit. And then other trades just quickly from yesterday, guys. And also, guys, if you're enjoying this recap, come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button. We'd love to have you on the channel. See you soon. Yeah, two more trades quickly was US dollar, Canadian dollar. And the thing with this one is, guys, we just didn't have an opportunity to get in. Yeah, so for obvious reasons, we're using this blue line as an upward channel. It broke this channel and then structure eventually broke down, breaking these lows here. Okay, so we were just looking to short this pair and we had this huge bearish candle. Okay, so we're just trying to take shorts back down to this blue line. And there's no reason why that won't happen. Yeah, look, we've got a bearish candle yesterday as well. But if we go to the H1, guys, yeah, we just didn't get any retrace. Yeah, for me to get into a trade, guys, I need a bit of value. I need price to come up to here, yeah, and then I have lots of room to move back into. Okay, but as you can see, it just didn't happen, and we just didn't have an opportunity to get into this price action. Okay, the final trade from yesterday, guys, was this. It was gold. Goldfinger, little bond reference there. Day chart. So again, this was one which just sort of flew off and hit our target. So because of this, it was in this uptrend, yeah, and we'd broken out of this area here, which was a weekly resistance level, and we had this bullish candle. The idea was just to take it back up to this blue line. Okay, and that's exactly what happened, guys, but we just couldn't get in. If we go down to the H1 chart now, yeah, when the day started, we was around here. I wanted to retrace, then we have room to move into. But didn't happen, guys, and just come up and hit target. All right, so again, no trade on gold for me. Okay, guys, so that's the recap finished. Let's look at today's trades now. Oh, a tricky day yesterday, guys. Yeah, we had 2 losing trades and 1 good trade, which I'm still in. So we'll see what happens today. But if you enjoyed the recap, maybe you learned something from the recap, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button, guys. We'd love to have you on the channel and see your faces. We won't see your faces. All right, guys. So we're going to do the trade ideas for Tuesday, the 10th of January now. Before we do Trez things, first of all, the Discord channel, join it. It makes traders happy because there's loads of knowledge in that room. So join that, guys. The link is in the video description. Secondly, tomorrow and every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m., we have a live stream. It's your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading, not my personal life. And thirdly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email. We'll send you all the information. Spaces are filling up quick, guys. So yeah, if you want to be part of that, come let us know. Right, guys, so trade ideas for Tuesday, the 10th of January. I'm going to start with the dollar index just to show you this grey zone here. So we know this grey zone has been all important, yeah, and price has been bouncing off of this. And we've, but yesterday we've just had a break. Okay, so let me zoom into this now, yeah. So you can see this candle here just about broke this grey zone. The body of this candle just about broke these lows. So does this mean more room to the dollar downside? Maybe. Yeah, maybe, guys. So what I think is really important now is today's candle. If today's candle closes back inside this grey zone, yeah, then potentially it's a bit of a fake out. But if we get momentum that breaks this low, yeah, check out my breakout or fake out tutorial video. All the information's in there, how we trade breakouts. So yeah, if we get a break of this low, guys, of this candle, then potentially we do have further dollar weakness. All right. So it really depends if this becomes a breakout or a fake out. So yeah, keep an eye on that, guys. And that cunningly brings us to our first trade, which is US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, we're still trying to short this, guys. Yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't be. So this is the day chart, guys. We was in an upward channel, yeah, using this blue line as support. But eventually it broke out of this channel, come back up, tested these highs, never got a higher high. Remember, that is always a red flag. And then prices come shooting down. All right, so structurally, that's what we're seeing. And then you've only got to look at the candles, guys. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at these candles. Yeah, look at this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Sellers are in control. All right, so structurally, we're in a downtrend. Sellers are in control. And then yesterday, we also had this bearish candle as well. This wick tells me we have a bit of a retrace before we come back down. All right, so let's have a look, see what I'm looking for on the H1, guys. All right, so we're looking to short this pair. I've put in the two grey zones. This grey zone up here was similar to the grey zone we had yesterday. So price could come back up, test this grey zone. You can see my alert is there ready and waiting. Yeah, it comes back up here. We get a negative reaction in this grey zone. We can then take price back down to these last lows. I close 80% because that's how I roll, and then I leave 20% to run. All right, so that would be the best scenario. But price could react here, guys. Yeah, because as you can see, price has been reacting in this grey zone a couple of times now. So price could react in this grey zone. Yeah, if we get a bearish reaction, we'll just let price run. Because to be honest with you, if we take it back down to these lows, we probably haven't got enough room for a risk to reward of 1:1. So we can enter here and then let the trade go from there. But to be honest with you guys, because of that wick on that daily candle, I think this would be the best trade. Yeah, back up to here. And then we can start looking for shorts. But let's see. Let's see what market structure and candlesticks tell us, and that will inform us how to trade. But US dollar, Canadian dollar short. I've got loads of trade ideas today, guys. So another idea was pound US dollar long. Yeah, so US dollar weakness. I was also looking at pound US dollar long. All right, but US dollar, Canadian dollar was the better setup. So this is why I'm showing you this one. The next trade idea for today is this. It is euro against the pound. Yeah, I'm not being stubborn. This trade is still on. Okay, so euro against the pound. Yeah, you know this trade like the back of your hand now, guys. Yeah, it's ranging. It's been ranging between these two grey zones, and we're back up at the top of this grey zone. And everything here is telling me sellers are still in control, and we can take price back down to here. So structurally, that's what we're looking at. If I zoom in now, guys, you can see sellers are still in control for me. Yeah, we had doji, 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 but then since then we've had, yeah, if you look at all of these candles, we've had bearish candle, bearish. Even this green candle has a large wick on it. Yeah, super bearish candle. And then this candle here is more of a doji. Yeah, buyers are not pushing this market back up, are not taking control of this market. Sellers are still in control. So I still think we have room to the downside. Okay, so let's see how that looks now on the H1. And our grey zones haven't changed, guys. Let's remove this large grey zone. Oh, no, not my wish list. Christmas has already been. I've done my wish list. Yeah, so we're at a very interesting zone right now. Remember yesterday it broke this level, but it was a fake out and shot straight back up. But now we're at this interesting level. It's already hit it once, and it's at this level now as well. So I would potentially look for shorts from here, okay? I would look for a bearish H1 candle, yeah, that tells me sellers are in control now. Or I would look for a breakdown in M15 structure, or both, yeah? So that's what I want to see here. And then we could potentially take shorts back down to here. I would close 80% and then leave 20% to run. Okay, so that's the first possibility. If price wants to carry on, it could carry on back up to these highs. Yeah, it could be its own little H1 range. Yeah, it could be its own H1 range. If that happens, okay, great. We can still get in here. If we get a reaction, a bearish reaction, we can then enter. I would take price back down to here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, so yeah, a couple of options there, guys. And again, obviously, if price breaks this grey zone, this is what we want to see. We eventually want to see a break of these lows, yeah, but not a fake out, a proper breakout, and then we could come lower as well. All right, guys. So euro pound still looking for shorts, guys. Next trade is this. So I was looking at this as well as another trade. So this is euro against the Aussie dollar. And we're going to start with the weekly chart here. Okay. I was looking at euro Aussie dollar again, because we've got so many trade ideas. You could also look at Aussie dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, short. As you can imagine, euro Aussie dollar long and Aussie dollar Swiss franc short are highly, highly correlated. Yeah, so you could trade Aussie dollar Swiss franc short. But for me, this was the better setup. Because weekly structure is in an uptrend. Okay, so we've got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Now it's come back down, testing these lows here. Okay, so potentially we have room back up to this grey zone and this blue line, this 5650 psychological level. Okay, so we've got a bit of room to move into there, guys. If we now drop down to the day chart, what am I seeing? Yeah, so we're seeing this. I mean, arguably, daily structure has broken here. Yeah, because this didn't continue up. All right. But like I say, this grey zone with these last daily lows is proving to be an important level. All right, guys. So yeah, and we've got this bullish candle, yeah, that's bounced off of this grey zone. So for these reasons, I think we can come back up to this grey zone. Yeah, and my psychological level of 5650. I like to do a psychological level before my grey zone. That's how I roll. Okay, so yeah, I think we have a bit of room to the upside here. let's drop down to the H1 now. It's a difficult one to trade in terms of structure because there's not a lot of structure, guys. It's just gone bang, bang. Yeah, there's no support and resistance levels that are that clear, you know, down here to take advantage of. So what I'm going to suggest, guys, is price comes up here, yeah, and then potentially it could react at this last low here, and we get a bullish reaction, and we can take price higher, or price comes back into this grey zone somewhere, then we get a bullish candlestick pattern or just a candle that tells me buyers are in control, and then we can start looking for buys in here or here. All right, but price action is a little bit scruffy. Again, we need the market to tell us when it's ready to push higher, if it is. But we are looking for longs, guys, on Euro Aussie dollar. Next trade idea is this. I told you there was many trade ideas. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Before I start this one, guys, if you're enjoying this daily analysis and would like to receive it every single day with directions of trades, grey zones to trade from, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Will be good to see you soon on the channel. Right, next one, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. So, guys, we are clearly in a downtrend. All right, so structurally, this is potentially what we're looking for. Okay, we are in a downtrend. And if we look at these candles, guys, if we zoom in a little bit now, you can see these candles have been rejecting this grey box. Yeah, this candle rejected it, this candle rejected it, and even this green one, the wick, has rejected this level. All right, so this could potentially be the new lower high, potentially. All right, so we're looking for shorts, guys, for those reasons. We're in a downtrend and we're getting a lot of rejection. Okay, so the idea is to come back down to this last low. Let me actually put that in so you can see the target. This would be my target. Again, I'd move it up to the psychological level of 140. Okay, so that's our target. If we drop down now to the H1 chart, what do we want to see? So a couple of ways we can trade this, guys. First of all, the aggressive way. All right, so the aggressive trade would be price comes back up into this grey zone, test these last highs, we get a bearish reaction. We can then enter the trade and take price back down to this grey zone. This is where I would close 80%. Yeah, that's how I roll. Maybe you roll differently. And then I would let 20% to run. All right, so that's the first trade idea. Second trade, and this is a more conservative, less aggressive trade, is price, you know, slowly comes back down, breaks this grey zone, yeah, with all these lows here. Yeah, breaks this grey zone, retest, and then we can take price lower. Okay, so again, a couple of ways we can trade this. From here, more aggressive. From here, safer. But I would be willing to trade from both of these grey zones. All right, so Swiss franc, Japanese yen, we're looking to short that. Again, there's a few other yen pairs I was looking at. Aussie dollar yen, Canadian dollar yen. These were the two others I was looking at. So it will be a similar scenario with them, guys. All right, so yeah, a bit of yen strength potentially today. And then next one. There's more, there's more, there's more. The black gold. This was my saving grace yesterday. So what are we seeing, guys? Okay, let me just adjust this grey zone here. Yeah. All right, back to the day chart. As you know, guys, yeah, we've been looking to short this pair because structurally we're in a downtrend. It did get a bit of buying pressure, but this grey zone, we didn't get higher highs. Guys, always a red flag. If we don't get higher highs, it is a red flag. All right, especially if it's at an important zone. And then ever since then, structurally, we've been shooting back down. Okay. Again, let's look at the candles. Always look at the candles, guys. What are they telling you? That is telling me sellers. That is telling me sell it. 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 So sell it. Yeah, back down to these last lows, guys. All right. I know we've had to wait. We've had to, slowly wait for price to eventually come up to this grey zone. But all of those wicks are still telling me sellers are in control. All right. Yeah, and take it back down to here. Let's look at the H1 chart now, guys, to see what we're looking for in terms of entries. So, yeah, I think these grey zones are good. So this is where I was shorting from yesterday, yeah? And this is what saved me yesterday, guys. This was a good trade and I'm still in it. So what could price do? So this first grey zone is obviously an area where price has reacted, and we have just about broken this grey zone with this candle and broken this low. So price could just do this, retrace into this grey zone. We get a bearish reaction, then we could take price lower, guys. All right, potentially down to these last lows here, close 80%, let 20% run. Or price could come back up and test these highs again. Yeah, it could. Yeah, and then we get a bearish reaction. Again, we enter. I would probably close some profit at this grey zone and then let the rest run. All right, so yeah, potentially this, yeah, or this, and then down. All right, guys, so yeah, a couple of ways we can trade oil, but it still has room to the downside. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Yeah, like I say, lots of trade ideas for today. So yeah, just trade the one that gives you the best setup, or a couple that give you the best setup. Right, guys, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button. We'd love to see you on the channel. Right, news for Tuesday, January the 10th. So quite a light news day, guys. There's only two pieces of news that we're interested in today. So 2 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the US, we got Fed Chair Powell speaking. And when he speaks, he can really move the markets, guys. So must be aware of this. And then at 5 o'clock, we've got another 3-star rating coming out of the US, and it's the short-term energy outlook. So again, yeah, this could move any US dollar pair. But that's it for the news, guys, really. So you are quite free to trade. Guys, yeah, that's the vid finished. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a fantastic trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.